Welcome back to Monday Medz. We are continuing with the series What to Do When There's No Doctor, and today we'll be sharing with you what's in our personal first aid kit. We'll reference the book, The Survival Medicine Handbook by Doctors Joseph and Amy Alton. Keep watching. Disclaimer, I am no medical doctor, and so these natural remedies are shared as recommendations. Use considerately. So, according to Doctors Joseph and Amy Alton in the book, The Survival Medicine Handbook, obviously, or first aid kit or individual first aid kit would need more parts to it or items. However, like me, you may be saying, well, I really don't have all the stuff that they recommend. But the reality is, even if you have some basic things in there, that will make a big difference. We will share the items of our first aid kit in detail. Don't be disheartened. Just make sure you have something. Basic is good. Even if you don't have everything, at least there is a start and you can build on it as time goes by. I'm going to show you what we have in our first aid kit. And the first and foremost thing that I'll mention is the thermometer. Now, we do have the handheld thermometer, but it doesn't seem to work properly. So this is the trusted thermometer, the mercury thermometer that we know for years. Now we know because of COVID they were not doing in-mouth testing, but it's your personal thermometer, or it's your family thermometer, so that's good to go. All right, so that's the mercury thermometer. And we're just gonna go through. So this is compression bandage. Yes, it's good for sprains and so many other uses. Can be used to prevent sprains. All right, yes, we did mention flashlight. Yes, flashlight, very important for you to have a flashlight. Yeah, very important, especially if you need to be out in the dark. Very important. And yes, nail clip. It's interesting how we have many of these things around the house, but we don't put them in the first aid kit. So yes, doing prepping for this video, it occurred to me that yes, we should have a nail clip in the first aid kit. And yes, you definitely need tape, especially if you need to secure a bandage or to secure a gauze pad or something. Yeah, you need to dress a wound. Yes, definitely. And of course, talk about wound. Well, minor cuts, you definitely need Band-Aid, adhesive. Well, Band-Aid is the brand name, or the brand name, yes. So yes, you definitely want to have adhesive bandages, and you want to have them in different sizes. So yes, these are different sizes of Band-Aid or adhesive bandages. And yes, hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. We know how important that is, especially due to the pandemic. And also, you have to make sure you have gloves. Whether you want to have surgical gloves or you want to have latex gloves, yeah, you need gloves. And alcohol prep pad. So alcohol pad. Yes, we did mention that, or alcohol wipes. And yes, these are some extra gloves You can't have too much gloves. All right, so this is a gauze pad. This is a gauze pad, all-purpose, for all-purpose dressing. Yes, and we talked about instant cold pack. So this is the instant cold pack we have in here. Over time, I think this one needs to be replaced, but over time it crystallizes. So yes, that's something you gotta make sure you check on. So we need to replace this one. And you did hear me talk about cayenne pepper. So yes, this is the cayenne pepper that that we replaced while we were doing the video on cayenne pepper. What to do when there's no doctor? Use cayenne pepper. And yes, these are some balloons. And you may be wondering why balloons? Well, from a video that was done by a medical doctor, I got the idea that yes, balloons help to strengthen your lungs. So if you can't blow up a balloon, it indicates that if the person can't blow it up, it indicates that something is going wrong with their breathing. So I thought this would be good to have balloons in your first aid kit. And yeah, you need matches. Yeah, you need a box of matches, especially if you are outdoors. And you never know when you need to light a fire or get flame. So yes, very important. And this is nutmeg. This is powdered nutmeg. Yes, so this was the cayenne pepper powder. Yes, and powdered nutmeg. And nutmeg is great also for similarly to the cayenne pepper, especially when you are dealing with people who may be having a stroke. It can help, and we'll do a video on that someday soon. So yes, you put a few pinch of nutmeg under the tongue, can help to reduce the effects of a stroke. And yes, Q-tip, you definitely need that. They're very handy, not just for cleaning the ears, but you can use it to apply medication or apply liquid medication. And one such liquid medication is a tincture, benzoin compound tincture, and this is usually for wound dressing. But yes, it can also be used orally. I did not realize that, but yes, you can use it to dress wounds and cuts. And also, talk about wounds or cuts. Yes, the bacitracin ointment is great for preventing infections, for cuts and scrapes and burns. And yes, you definitely need a knife. This one is a surgical stainless steel knife. If you don't have a scalpel, yes, you can use one of these knives. And we are about to be almost the last, but before we go to the last, yes, you know these are masks, and this is really what masks were made for, to be in your first aid kit to help you if ever you need to prevent disease or dust. They have the dust mask, and they also have these surgical masks. So yes, that's that. And yes, there's a guide, first aid kit guide, or first aid guide, step by step, what to do, how to do it. You definitely want to have a first aid guide in your first aid kit. And last but by no means least, then you may say, why do I need to have these? So ovulation test, LH ovulation test. Yes, very important, especially if you are a woman of childbearing age, or you have women of childbearing age in your family. And not just in your family, but you never know who you may interact with, who may need to have a pregnancy test, most of all. So HCG pregnancy test, very important to have, and I highly recommend it, especially for my medical missionary brothers and sisters. Yes, brothers, you never know, you may meet upon someone who may need, they may tell you that, you know, they're experiencing symptoms of pregnancy, but they're not sure. You know, having one of these kits on hand will be very important to know how to treat them. So yes, these are some of the things that we have in our first aid kit, and we'll share more with you as time goes by. Be sure to check the description section of this video for the full list as recommended by doctors Alton for your individual first aid kit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell to get updates on all our new videos. Keep watching.